Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Downfield, and he's got a level.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped
it. 2nd and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Hard linebacker, hard cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Miller will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Third down and 1.
Hey, check that.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Shoves him aside, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, here's Miller. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. Oh, he shifts past him.
Brought down at the 20. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Target, 19, target. 72.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here we go.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got it. Ready?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go. Set.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mustang 19. Warriors 17. Cup 19. Cup 19.
2nd and 13. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
78 yards.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see a surprising effects there, Carter. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The Saints going to send out Blake Gillikin to punt on 4th down here.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
That is on the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Gets around him.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter. From their 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Now he's loose at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tuipulotu got in and dropped him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70 Rangers, 18, right in. 18, right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. He completes it to Olave. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
119 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A give right side for Gibbs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Saints will have the football back.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go. Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mustang 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta from 19 yards away.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. But this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle.